then you start.
Cheer! What's going on? It's your girl A.D. the General, aka the General. And you know who I'm with. You better know who I'm with. If you don't know who I'm with currently right now, I'm definitely gonna put you on. It's definitely the son of the legendary Big Pun himself. We're sitting here with Chris Rivers.
Rivers. Yes.
Like my little accent. What's up, baby?
What's good?
Oh, you got your own mic.
I got my own mic.
We done came up today, baby.
Yeah, 2 mics on the set.
We bring Chris today, and today we bring out 2 mics.
Yes, that's a big thing. It's a revolution.
It is absolutely a revolution. Shout out to Hip Hop Star 101. Make sure to get our current issue with DMC. And of course, your girl A. aka General, calling me the New York Hip Hop General. I like that, New York Hip Hop General. I didn't even know that.
First time you read it.
First time I read it, apparently. So we're here today to definitely interview you for the next issue of Stardom 101 magazine. But I'm definitely here to represent 612 magazine, New York City Underground Television, Blocks magazine, and everybody else down with the Elegant Hoodness Media affiliation. Don't get jealous because I forgot the name.
They're all important.
Y'all very, very, very important. So apparently this is a big deal that I'm sitting here with you today.
That's what I heard.
Shelly was like, Chris has not done an interview in forever. You know what I mean? For a minute. How long has it been since you've actually done an interview?
I don't keep. I forgot. It's long enough to forget when's the last time.
Long enough to forget. So this is definitely an exclusive interview today. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit on your past. We've been sitting here for hours, you know, kind of just going back and forth, listening to beats, and we actually got an exclusive from you that I'm definitely gonna put out.
Awesome.
And definitely. And let's go back. So we were talking about the fact that you're definitely now following in your father's, you know, footsteps.
Yes.
As far as you're definitely working on a mixtape and have been definitely rapping on and off for the last few years. But we're sitting here joking about, you know, the fact that you were only 6 years old when Pun was alive and was making the history that he has definitely made today in our hip hop, you know, communities. And you were 6 and you were playing what you said you was playing?
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi. Yeah. And, you know, because I'm sure a lot of people say, because I even heard, you know, oh yeah, Pun left them journals or some shit. Was that true?
No. Well, if he did, I don't think we even have one of his rhyme books even for like memorabilia. Like and in addition to that, I've seen his handwriting. Like it's impossible to read. Like he was like chicken. No, seriously. But yeah, no. The way I rap, I guess it would say that because it's like similar to his style, the flow of voice. But I can't fight the voice. That's just genetics. But the style itself, that's just how I write. I'm not trying to sound like him in any way, shape, or form. I even changed my name from Baby Pun to Chris Rivers. Like I'm like really drastically trying to move out of his shadow. You got me? Like, cause at first I didn't mind when I was young. Like you said, I've been rapping on and off for a while. I didn't mind when I was young being called like Baby Pun. Like it was just a name because I didn't take it so seriously. But as I grew older, for the past 2 years, I've been really pursuing the music. And even if he wasn't my father, I have such love for it. Like I would have pursued it regardless. So in that, I want to be my own man. I'm taking it as an artistry and as a passion. So I don't want to be somebody's son or the next something. I want to be the first.
Nice.
Me, and so it's Chris Rivers, and you know what I'm saying, like, and what I do is me. I'm not trying to emulate or copy anybody. This is me, and that's how I do it.
Well, I'm sure the expectations of the son of one of the most lyricists, lyrical lyricists ever. I mean, ever. I mean, when people discuss, you know, their top 5 or their top 10. If Pun is not mentioned in there, then someone in that room, then someone in that room is definitely arguing towards that notion. You know what I'm saying? So I know. I mean, I don't know. You know, I was gonna say I know what it feels to be in the shadow. No, I don't know what it is to be in the shadow of someone that was so great and so inspirational, and that has actually really started the career of many others, including his son. So I definitely, like, it's insane. Yeah. How many times have you had somebody come to you and like ask you a silly question about your father?
Oh my God, one kid actually, this was when I was younger, he asked me, it was like about 3-4 years after he died, he was like, did you know your father was dead? And I was like,
you're lying.
I was like, nah, that's why I was like, you're lying. I thought he was on vacation, but like, no, it's like, it's really one, I've heard really stupid questions, and some insulting stuff too, and like, people just like, I don't know, I guess it's like, it's different from the outside in, but like, a lot of people don't want to talk about their dead parents constantly, so when you constantly just bombard them, like, it's okay, that's enough questions, thanks, but like, it's something you get used to, and it definitely trained me, like, even though when I was younger, I wasn't thinking about becoming, you know, an artist or anything like that, but when I was younger, it definitely trained you media-wise, like, you know what to say, what not to say, what to deal with, and it definitely handles the annoyance of you know, people bombarding you or shit, you know, because sometimes you're gonna get approached with stuff you don't want to hear, or blah blah, but it gets you used to that. You know what I'm
saying? So you were 6.
Yeah.
When Chris passed.
Yes.
Right, and you have 2 sisters, right?
Yeah.
2 older sisters. How old were they?
They are one's 1 year old, so one was probably 7, and the other one was like 9 or 8 and 9, or yeah, around. They're like a year and a half older. One's a year and a half older than me. The other one's a year and a half older than me.
How did the death of Chris actually, you know, how did it affect your family, your sisters, your mother? Like, hi Liza, how are you? How did it affect you guys? Because there were so many rumors, you know what I'm saying, from you know, Liza not being able to actually touch any of his money, you know, to just so much. I mean, I know you were young, but I mean,
instantaneously, it was one of those things. Like the actual story, like of the day he died. Like, we was in a hotel at the time, and he caught a heart attack. But that morning, we was leaving for school from the hotel, I believe, and he was sleeping. And my mom was like, because we usually say bye, whatever. But he was sleeping that day, and she told us not to wake him, so we never really got to say bye. But we left, and we was in school for a while, and then we got picked up early by my uncle, I believe. And he seemed like, you know, distraught, and but he was on the phone with my mom, and he, you know, he just stopped. We wasn't really paying attention, so we just playing in the house. And then eventually, I think my mom comes or whatever, and then they sit us down. They tell us, you know what I'm saying, that he died. I guess that's like after confirmed. And I didn't believe it. Like, my sister, like they all started crying, blah blah. And I was 6. I didn't believe it. Like, I understood the concept of death to a degree, but like I didn't actually like believe it, because he was always into like sick jokes. Like, he'll call us downstairs, and like someone will be like on the floor with like blood drip from their forehead, like, after we heard a gunshot, and we're like, oh my god. Then we'll just wake up and it was ketchup or something. You know what I'm saying? He was always a sick joke, so I thought he was joking, but everyone was crying, so I'm like, okay, now it's time to cry. That was the one time I cried, but it was still yeah, like afterwards, now I don't know per se like what exactly. My mom's a better person to ask about, you know, that as far as like the whole money and everything there, but I know what we've been through, you know what I'm saying, either in and out, we've been in and out of shelters, we've been homeless to a degree, you know what I'm saying, still struggling, and it's not the life that most people would assume that we live, you know what I'm saying, like rich. It's like, I'm the furthest from rich. I'm probably the brokest out of one of the friends growing up, you know what I mean, like I never really had much, you know what I'm saying, so you know what I'm saying, like we was at the bottom for a while, so like, but it's not that I don't have any sense of entitlement, you know what I mean, I don't really care about what's happened. It's all about moving forward and progression, you know what I'm saying, and everything I make is going to be from my own hand. So, and if I progress from, it was almost like a riches to rags to riches situation. Yes. I'm still in the rags moment, but moving up to the riches, and I'll do it by myself. So
we're now Chris Rivers.
Yes.
Right? I'm sure you still must feel the pressure.
Of the mighty weight of the
mighty weight of one of the best, you know, rappers ever. We talked about this behind the scenes, you know, where Pun really disliked people saying you're the dopest Latin rapper.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just the dopest rapper, period. Why do we have to segregate ourselves? You know what I mean? Do you also feel that?
As far as what? Or just his shadow and himself?
Both.
Yeah, well, the Latin rapper thing, not so much, like, because I think it's less segregation as it was before, you know what I mean? Like, to a degree it is, but everything's so meshed in now, like hip-hop, especially with the internet, everyone's like so accepting of everything, like people see less color and see more, you know, gimmick and like what you could, you know what I'm saying, bring. But as far as his shadow, it's a double-edged sword, like being his son to a degree, because while at one point it gives people the willingness to listen, you get what I mean, like, you know, it's Big Pun's son, oh, let's give him a listen, you know what I mean, so that's always awesome, because there's mad nice people out there, like crazy dope, but people just don't listen to them, that's why they don't get out. But it gives them that ear. Now I have to still deliver, because that's where the other edge of the sword comes in. It's like, people expect me to be at least close to his caliber, since he was so great. You know what I mean? Like, coming out the door, I have to be as great as one of the greatest ever. So it's like, sitting down, like, every time I write a verse, it's like, it's like, I always feel like, not pressure, like insane, like, oh my god, the world, but like, it's still like, I can't just write a regular, like, I have to like really sit there and meticulously like dissect it and see every flaw with it and really try to perfect it, because I know I'm going to be getting judged extremely critically on like what I say. So but it's good, because it keeps me sharp, it keeps me on point, you know what I mean?
So in essence, you have it harder than your average unsigned artist.
And back and forth, because like that, even though they don't have to live up to such a crazy standard, at the same time they're not getting people as willing to listen to them, you know what I mean? So because while people are more willing to listen, that's the bonus, but I still have to deliver at such a crazy high standard, opposed to them where they probably, it's good if they do deliver at that standard, because once people actually do hear them, then it's going to be awesome, but they're not getting as much plays, but they don't have that contrast between what you should sound like and what you actually do.
What actually inspires you besides, you know, the legacy? Because I hear you, I definitely heard the freestyle over Drake, the emotional clarity.
Yeah.
And you were definitely speaking to your sisters. You were definitely, you know.
My nephew Ether, shout out to Ether Real.
Yeah,
my mom.
Yeah, you definitely talked about, you know, your family and your emotions and growing up and the legacy of your father. And it was a very emotional, like.
Yeah, gave me clarity.
You know, it was definitely a lot of, you know what I mean? People just listen and can hear your pain and can hear some of your influence. And definitely your influence is definitely the legacy of your father. But I'm sure you have your own experiences. You know, when you're sitting down and you're and because I hear you don't smoke.
No, yeah, I don't.
You don't drink.
Nope.
So are you a religious cat or?
Oh, I'm not
spiritual.
Very spiritual, yeah. Not religious at all. But the smoking and drinking, not. You know, say I don't bash anybody that does it. It's like, I don't do it primarily because I box. So like it's just health reason. I would literally get knocked out if I smoke. So it's like, you know, it's different. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have smoked this because I probably be like, no, I would get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't.
Well, let's pause and now that you mentioned the boxing, let's just talk about that. Because your father used to box.
Yeah.
Before, you know, the actual rapping.
Uh-huh.
Don't be funny at home. We all know his name was Big Pun. But before Big Pun, he was very thin and very good looking and a model at that.
He's always good looking.
I recall. And so he was a boxer.
Yeah.
Then he became a rapper. And, you know, we all know the story. But now, you know, you're actually following in those footsteps. Was he good?
Yeah, he was crazy strong, and he actually had a lot of potential, but it was to the degree that he had to choose between the two.
Okay.
At some point, I believe, as far as like time, because like he was doing stuff with studio writing, that he wouldn't have enough time to go to the gym and stuff like that. So it came to a point where you had to, you know, choose a road. You know what I mean? You can't clone yourself and do both. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do both because I have a passion for both. Like what inspires me, but I'm trying to do both because I love boxing. With boxing, it brings me like peace and like clarity, and it made me more like calm as a person, and like and release the anger while I'm there. The weight of the world kind of is on your shoulders. Like for those 2 hours or you know whatever how many hours I'm training at the moment, it's like nothing else exists. You know what I mean? Not even the person that I'm fighting. It's just me. And whether I'm battling myself or whatever demons that I have, but it's there and it brings me peace. And the music it provides me with so much more stuff because I get inspired to do it. Because usually when I was younger, I saw it as a hobby, a form of expression. You know what I mean? I've always written poetry. And stuff like that, but it wasn't until like I said, my nephew Ether was born that I decided to start taking it seriously. And at first, it was more of something I did because I saw that lane, and it was like having a lotto ticket. All I had to do was cash it in, and I hated the road to it. I actually disliked making the music at first because it was something that you took as a hobby, and when you start making it as a job, the magic leaves. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like it's not what it used to be. You don't get that kind of feeling that you used to get when you used to do it on your leisure. Now it's something you have to do. Turn base, but after a while, like I went through that stage of like hate loving it. Now I just like love it. Like as I grow as an artist and I really like develop my own like person in it, like it really like it's something that I love to do, and like I just want to sit down and write. And like you know sometimes you still have to write certain things that you don't particularly like. Oh, I'm tired of writing the same type of shit, you know. But like every now and then I hear something like I have to get on that or I have to express, you know what I mean? And it's really a passion, and it's just something that I grew to love. And everything I've been through, like my pains and my hardships, and like, you know what I'm saying, I was really fat when I was younger too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I remember. I was so cute.
You're really fat. Yeah, thank you. And I thought I was ugly. You know what I mean? Not fat and ugly has nothing to do with each other. But regardless, like I didn't get a lot of.
You look like your father.
Yeah. So I thank you. I got a lot of and you know growing up broke and you know not physically fit and like you know like ridiculed and like everything and like I suffered from depression. Everything was there. And, like for me to on this journey of like self. You know, like finding myself and like becoming the person I'm going to be. Like it's like if I make it, not if, when I make it, it's like I've been through every disadvantage. So the fact that I could become something from all these disadvantages proves that anybody can. And if I could show that anybody can make it, then it's more uplifting because I think so many people have influence, especially celebrities and rappers. They have so much influence over like the youth. And you know, a lot of them don't give the greatest message. But if I could show you that anyone could accomplish their dreams, then you know, if I could do it, then so could you, and that's also what I want to bring to it, in addition to taking care of my loved ones and all that stuff. Yeah.
So, your father comes from what we call the golden era of hip-hop.
Yes.
And we definitely all know that hip-hop has evolved to whatever era of hip-hop it is today. A lot of my friends like DMC call it the lack of knowledge era. Shout out to DMC, you know, and Rakim and so many other legends that I interview on a consistent basis to teach knowledge continue to tell me there is an education gap in hip hop. Do you agree with that?
To a degree, yes, because it's it's one of those things. It's like you could blame, and you almost can't blame the artist. It's gotten to the point that anyone that can rhyme cat with hat and have a beat with enough, like your swag on it, and then you know what I'm saying, and what on a chorus. It's really all about chorus and beat right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the substance and the passion is gone. And the thing is that you almost can't blame the artist to a degree, because if you're in it more so to make money, which most people are, you know what I mean? A lot of people do it just for the passion. I do it for both. Like, if I could do it just for the passion, I would, but at the same day, you know what I'm saying? Like, rent still has to be, you know what I'm saying? So you still have to, entice the masses, and the masses right now don't want to sit down and think, and it's really the youth, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a part of the youth, you know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things. It's just, a lot of people don't want to hear something that's going to entice their mind or they sit down and think or really make them feel something. They just want to, party, smoke, pop them out. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not into all that stuff, and I'm saying that it's wrong or blah, blah, and all that controversial bullshit. But it's still like, at the same time, not a lot of people, you kind of lost track of the artistry of it. And like I said before, it's nothing wrong with it. You need your contrast, you need your lyrical stuff, you need your knowledge stuff, you need your party stuff, you need your, chill stuff, there's stuff.
So let me ask you a question, right? I heard you talking about the rappers, talk about Molly, talk about this. So say that Lil Wayne found out about Chris Rivers and was hyped because he was Pun's son. Of course, everybody's gonna be, oh yeah, no, it's gonna be great because I wasn't able to do one with Pun, so I'm gonna do one with him. Would you do a collaboration with someone like Wayne, or is that against it because he's so forward, Molly and bitches and riches and whatever else?
I have nothing. Like I said, I have nothing against that at all. Like, just because it's not the music I make, I still listen to him. You know what I'm saying? I still appreciate the craft or whatever you do. Like, obviously, if he's successful, he's doing something right, whether you like him or not. No matter how much you hate on someone, if they making money, then doing something right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I've nothing against it. Of course, like strategically, you know what I'm saying, for a career, that's a great move. That's obviously gonna get a lot of looks and it's gonna get me a lot of exposure.
Yeah.
And even if it's not something that I particularly would talk about because I'm not from that lifestyle, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that lifestyle. But if I don't drink or smoke, if I don't actually kill people, I'm not gonna be talking about drinking, smoking, and killing people, or saying at least that I do it. I can say that people talk about it, but I would still give myself to that track. Like, say it's a song about, you know what I'm saying, like, murdering niggas or blah blah, or taking drugs or pop mines or that shit. Like, I would put my own flip on it. In opposed to actually saying I do these things, I would have some sort of metaphor or twist in it and bring myself to that world, but as myself and not what that world already is. So it's like me invading another planet in a sense, but it's still me. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna conquer that world still as myself.
So you're an MC or a rapper?
An MC is someone that controls the stage, and a rapper is what? Like someone who spits, correct? Mm-hmm. I'm an artist.
Nice. Trick question for you. Okay. Because so many people, I say, so are you an MC? Are you a rapper? Are you an entertainer?
I'm an artist.
And they all say, what's the difference? And I'm just say, wow, you really the hip hop lesson.
There is a difference, and I think, like I said, MC is master of ceremony, someone who can really like control that stage, move the crowd. A rapper, someone could spit. I like to master the craft entirely to be the point that I could do both and more. You know what I mean? So like I want my shows to be a crazy experience, and I want my lyrics to all be there in the passion.
Yeah. So the whole like entertainer MC thing, but I try to be all three because you want to give a great show, like I said, and you want to also give the lyrics, but you also want to like give yourself entirely and show like who you are as a person, and portray that in your artistry. So I try to be all around, just well crafted in this, because it's art. You know what I'm saying? That's what's missing from it. I'm performing on Friday at the Knitting Factory with Cormega, I believe. Nice. I've done performances and stuff like that.
So you're collaborating with some other artists now?
From time to time, yeah. Like I've collabed with Vinny Paz, I've collabed with Cormega, I've collabed with Whispers, I've collabed with some upcoming people, like bunch of little things here and there, but like nothing like super major that you know what I'm saying.
What's Benzino's son's name?
Ray, I believe.
Ray.
But what does he go by now? I know him as like Ray, but I don't.
Yeah, are you guys collaborating too?
We haven't. I actually haven't seen him in a very long time. We lost contact after like I was young, and I haven't seen him in a very long time. And then I've recently got in contact with him via Instagram. Thank you, social networks. And but we haven't like spoken about it. Yeah, I know he dropped a mixtape recently. You know what I'm saying? Find that and I can't remember, but look it up. And yeah, definitely. But once we actually talk, I'm pretty sure he'll be interested, or you know what I'm saying, something like that.
Yeah. Let me ask you. I'm sorry. Train of thought, all confusing.
Yeah, you can hit me with the train.
Hit you with the train. I forgot the train. So okay, back to Ray Benzino. What was I thinking? Time out.
3 down or the?
I'm like time out. Hold on a second. No, it was the awesome question. I'm sorry.
The awesome question.
It was awesome, man.
He said it was great.
Yeah, should have.
It was great. It was unspoken.
Yeah, it was.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Anyway, so okay. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you prefer recording or performing?
That's the thing. I love. It depends, because performing sometimes it's like I'm as a person in general, with a lot of things I do, I'm reflective. You know what I'm saying? There's always a base level of excitement that I would give, of course. Like, I won't go below a certain foundation, but the crazier the crowd is, the more excited I'll get. I'll try to give a great performance regardless, but if they're like, you know what I'm saying, really wilding out, then of course I'll tenfold that right back to them. So it helps more once, like, I went to a Kendrick concert recently, and I saw like the crowd, like, he killed it, but the crowd knew like all this, like, he could have just sat there, played the beat, and just let them do the songs, and just that feedback from it, like, once I start getting known enough that people start knowing my songs, I know I'm gonna enjoy performing so much more than the studio. But the studio, I do love, like, them both almost equally right now at this stage, because it's the whole creation atmosphere, and seeing you know, the engineer mix it down and really being a part of the creation part. You know what I'm saying? That's because, you know, you write it, you create it, but then to see it actually crafted and honed, and, you know, you might hear something in the booth that you want to change. So it's really like the whole creation aspect of it is dope, but then the euphoria you get from performing is dope too. So it's hard to compare. But right now they're equal, but I think the performance is gonna top that once I start getting more known and performances and stuff.
So you mentioned Kendrick.
Yeah.
But earlier today you saw Kendrick on the cover of Hip Hop Stardom 101.
Yes, I did.
And you said, "Oh, my favorite."
One of my
your
favorites. Yeah.
Tell me more about some of the other artists that you actually like.
Like, it's a three-way tie for #1 between my father, Lupe Fiasco, and Eminem. That may be a weird three, but like, yeah, it's weird. But they all offer different things. Like, I actually grew up listening to Eminem like crazy, like that was like the one and I get obsessive. Like, I don't listen to a lot of people. I do to a degree, but actually sit down, listen, and study the person. Like, I get obsessive. Once I find someone I really like I stick with them. Then, you know, next one. But like, that's a three-way tie. I love Lupe Fiat. Like, I think he's very underrated, but he's incredible. Like, with his, like, you can't take nothing away from the man, from performances to lyrics to deepness to everything. And my father, obviously, he's just crazy. I'm not saying that because he's my father. Just he was sick. And Eminem, yeah. But like, I love Kendrick. Kendrick's incredible. A bunch of people that, as far as old school, I love, you know what I'm saying, Black Thought, Mos Def, you know what I'm saying, the Roots, Fuji, stuff like that. But like, out now, like, there's a few cats that's like really dope. But I gotta do more research on what's out now. Like I said, like, I get obsessive with.
So a few years ago, you were in a video with Fred the Godson.
Yes.
And we just interviewed Fred, and it's out on the internet. Make sure to check it out on YouTube/n.a.n TV, coming out to very many different magazines. Yeah. So you were in the video.
Yeah, I wasn't rapping though.
You wasn't rapping. Yeah. You was just kind of just
the cameo.
Like, the cameo in front of like the mural.
The wall, yeah. No,
what is that mural?
It's between Prospect and Interval, I believe, on the 502 train.
Okay. If you're in the Bronx, where were you from? You need to go where?
Between Prospect and Interval. It's across the street from a gas station close to White Castle. But on the 502 line, you get off right there, you see the wall.
This is a trick. So when you get there, you're going to go to your Instagram, you're going to take a picture of yourself, and you're going to hashtag AD the General and...
Dragons and Rivers. No ampersand. Yeah, Dragons and Rivers.
I'd like to see that. But, okay, so let's go back and talk a little bit about Fred the Godson.
Yes.
Okay. Recently, Fred has a new song where Fred says, I'm not very good at quotes, bars and stuff. But
was it in the interview between y'all?
But it was something to the effect of, you know, I'm like
Christopher and
Christopher both walking in me.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel when not just Fred, but anyone says stuff like that?
Well, reference it. I honestly, and that sound, I couldn't care less. Like, I really take no, like, a lot of people. I think one of the biggest problems in the world is that people take things too personal. Like, I really don't, like, I have, okay, good for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not against him or anybody else. Like, to each their own. If they wanna say that, then there's nothing wrong with what he said. It was a dope line. It was a good metaphor too. But it was still, like, I really don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? They're not disrespecting him, or they're not, you know, they say anything bad or even about me. And even
they call themselves Little Pun on the internet. Does that bother you?
No, no.
Little Pun. That was just a bunch of not little puns.
Shit, I really hope that they keep doing that, because like I said, I don't want that name anymore. Like, I'm trying to get to the point where I don't even have to, because right now I say Chris Rivers, FKA, formerly known as Baby Pun. You know what I mean? Because people still know me more as Baby Pun. I want to get to the point that people know me as Chris Rivers, so I could just bury the Baby Pun in the, you know, the Hall of Valhalla. Like, just leave it there. Like,
so you have this mixtape that you're working on, and hopefully this is, you know, one of the first steps of actually, you know, taking that stigmata away from you. What can we expect from this mixtape?
What or when?
What?
Oh, what can
First,
we expect? Okay, what can we expect from it? Me entirely, like, we have the overall concept of it, you know what I'm saying, like, and it's basically my life, and we're trying to portray, like, a story to the degree, but also show you the variety of, like, what I do, because it's not consistently, like, you listen to some mixtapes, some albums, and it just sounds like one huge song meshed in together, or, like, certain things, but we're really crafting and honing this. This is the first one, and it may not be perfect to a degree, but we're going to figure out, like, what it lacked or what it needed, you know, working on the next one, but right now, like, it's really my baby, and it's really going to give you me, like, an introduction of myself, and, like, you're going to hear a lot of what I do and like how I'm spitting and really get like in tune. Like I try to be more of a personal artist where I try to let like my fans are my friends, and I call my fans dragons, and like they're my friends and they're my family, and these are like this is what I do it for. So to a degree, it's like.
Do you have any features on it?
Features, yeah, I have. The Whispers Me got a lot of stuff, and there's a few people on there. I'm trying to get another one with a few people, but nothing like
nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing.
Original production, all of it.
No, some are like a lot of his original beats. Some we got from Cardi, some we got from other people. Everyone's credits is gonna be in there, but it's a lot of it is sampled. Some are original beats. You know what I'm saying? But it's a mixed thing.
Is untitled so far?
Yeah, like we have the concept and the title that like we have like the like the overall title in our head, but like we're trying to actually like it might change a word in there or something, but overall like conceptually we have everything there. We're just gonna wait to like within the next few weeks it should be done completely. You know?
So what happens after the mixtape? The mixtape's out. What is the next move for Chris?
Actually, before the mixtape, we was working on the album, and the album is we know the name of the album. That's not coming out till probably like I don't know, after one other mixtape or one or two mixtapes called Perfection in Progress. So we're gonna keep working on that and also work on the second mixtape. And as this mixtape circulates and gets its buzz and downloads or whatever, like we're gonna see like how much publicity gets off of it. See if we get some tours, shows, more recognition, and see how things explode from there. Do another one, even more publicity, more exposure, etc. Dropped out. You know what I'm saying?
Are you looking to run your own company, or are you looking
like
to
independently? No, independence.
See
if we can, push that.
Okay.
To the next. You know what I'm saying? We got
any videos out?
I have YouTube, Chris Rivers Music. That's the page. Like I have a few like video videos. Like I have songs up there ready. You can check me out. But actual video, we probably got about like 3 or 4. I got the lyrical tracks for Emotional Clarity. The Let One Off. We got a few, and I do like vlogs from time to time just so like people get more of a personal. You know what I'm saying? So I got stuff like that, but we're gonna actually record more videos after this mixtape is done. We got a guy. We're gonna record more videos. It's gonna be glorious.
Okay, so we have to represent for our ladies. I know they're at home and they're saying, "Oh my God." Little Chris, Little Pun, they have all sorts of nicknames for you, all sort of nicknames for you.
Yeah, Mr. Rivers.
But they're gonna say Mr. Rivers is actually a very, very handsome young man.
Oh wow.
You taking? You're in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
You're in a relationship?
Yeah.
A long relationship?
Actually, it just started recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what kind of girls do you like?
That's weird. I don't know. It's weird. No. It's a weird question to ask because it's like. I don't often like someone. I know it's like that sounds real child, but like no, but I'm saying
like to like someone.
No, like it's different to be like physically attracted because like it was always like, and not saying I get mad fucking bitches on the rag. Like no, it's like it won't say if you're just mentally attracted.
You're not a player.
No. Yeah. It's one of those things like because I don't know like I grew up pretty fast. Like I was forced to like what I'm saying as far as like maturity level. So I wasn't really like chasing like pussy. I was trying to see like when's the next time I'm gonna eat or what like I gotta get money or like I'm saying like one of those. No, it really is like I got I got to focus. I had to pay a bill. You know what I'm saying? So like it wasn't like I was more so looking for something like serious. Like so yeah. Like if I'm just physically attracted to you, then it's like I can't be in a relationship with someone you're just physically attracted to because at the end of the day you're gonna talk to them more than you're gonna have sex. So it's like yeah, you could just fuck that or have sex with that person. If you're just mentally attracted to someone, not physically attracted to, I'm not saying physical is like is everything, but it is a big part.
This is trying to get out the question.
No. I'm answering it, but it's like you could if you're just Right.
So let's forget about the looks of someone.
Okay.
Let's talk about the top 3 things that a woman needs to have in order for Chris to date her.
Intelligence. I do have to appeal. You do have to appeal to me physically. As far as what I'm attracted to physically, that's random. And it's also like the people that have actually like been in serious relationships I actually like. There's always this like unexplained like magnetic allure that I can never pinpoint it, but it's like something about you. Yeah. It's just something about you is just alluring, and I can't resist. And it only has to be that, and that's rare. It's really rare, but it happens from time to time. And that's,
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If the world can remember Chris by one quote, what would it be?
Fuck you. No, it's no. I'm just kidding. No, it's
no, that's actually his real answer.
No, I was kidding.
Because when you respond that fast, that's as honest as you can possibly be.
Midway into the question, I was thinking, what's the most like messed up thing? But that's the best I come. But one quote: perfection in progress.
Perfection in progress.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, isn't
nice.
it? Yeah, it's nice, right? Yeah, it's good.
So, let's give out some thank yous and maybe shout out to some people at home.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Big time. Thank you, cameraman. Dragons Up. Thank you, cousin, for driving me here. Shout out to my sister, Star Reels Photography. She does that now. Shout out to Pardon the Puns, my mom, Ether Reels. My girl, Kelly, you're there. Everyone in the freaking planet, all my Dragons fans, everybody just stay in tune. Chris Rivers. Find me. Oh, social networks. Can I shout out to social networks? Find me on YouTube, Chris Rivers Music. Find me on Twitter. That's only Chris Rivers. Instagram is Dragons and Rivers. It's spelled just like that. No ampersand or anything. Facebook, it's there's a Chris Rivers fan page, and then you can add me as a regular friend, Christopher Reels. Get to know me personally. But boom.
My name is A.D. the General. You know where to catch me. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Everything is A.D. the General. I represent Hip Hop Stardom 101 and the Elegant Goodness Conglomerate. We out.